All right, game two time. The University of Windsor versus the University of Toronto. Windsor kicking it off big time. Tensai putting Windsor up 1-0 in this matchup. Going to continue here with a TVT, yet another mirror matchup. The specialty, it seems, for you, Windsor, in the CSL this season. All right, so we'll start here with the University of Windsor player in the upper right. It is the Blue Terran. Oh, that is for University of Toronto. Got him backwards. The next slash. Our Windsor player is here in the bottom left in the orange, looking to put him up 2-0. It is Seoul. So we're going to have to see what each player goes in for. A little back and forth here in the chat. Now, something I will point out here is something that I was trying to point out to our players before this match a few days in advance, which is the map pool for the CSL specifies GSL Daybreak. The unfortunate thing is on the North American server, any maps called GSL Daybreak are horribly out of date. If we look here at the fourth, we're playing on a half base here at the forward expansion. So that makes it a little weird because the GSL actually uses a full expansion here. So seems we had some difficulty, but looks like we're going to be playing on an old version of this map. But everything else, as far as I know, is pretty much the same. So just got to keep an eye on that middle expansion. Could change how macro games play out a little bit. A little harass coming in here out of our Windsor player on that SCV, building that initial barracks. We do have a wall off here. From Seoul in his main base. No gas from him, but we do have gas first out of the next slash. So we'll have to see what he ends up going in for. Gas first, basically that means either Hellion Drop or Banshee. Either cloaked or uncloaked. Could go either way, but basically that means you're getting out of factory as soon as possible. That's the only reason to do that. Though, to be fair, I've seen weird builds like gas first into one racks expand and gas first into Reaper. Makes no sense, but I've seen it. But doesn't look like that's what's going to be the case here. We do have a factory coming out next slash, and with this second gas coming up right now, probably going to be cloak is what he's probably going to go in for, but we'll have to see. We do have a reactor going down on that barracks. It's a little unique twist on this build to be spending that 50 gas on that reactor. Maybe perhaps going in for aggression instead. Or potentially could be going for Viking Hellion. It'd be weird to do it quite this way, but with the reactor, you would want two reactors, so that's something that could be the case. But we'll have to wait and see. Here comes that starport. We'll be seeing a tech lab going down. A liftoff. Okay. There's the tech lab. A little awkward, but alright. Not gonna matter since that tech lab builds faster than this. Then the starport will take to finish. It'll be done in time. It won't actually make any difference. We have an SCV going out here to scout. We'll have to see what information he can glean. He did already see the gas first. But if he can sneak in here and actually see for certain the tech lab on that starport, which it looks like he'll just barely be able to do, that would be a big win. Oh, he even avoids the Marines, sees them. He does not see cloak start. If he does start it, we'll have to wait until he has the resources to do that. The response out of here from Seoul, he has a triple command center going down. There is the cloak as well. We have double gas now coming up, so we have 3 barracks, double gas, triple command center against cloaked Banshee. So this could be a little tricky. We are just having an engineering bay on the way now. He could potentially have turrets up in time. We'll have to see how this goes. Now, this means no Viking support. So these Banshees, if controlled correctly, can be a really big problem for these Marines, because hypothetically you can kill every Marine here with one Banshee, even uncloaked. So that could be a difficulty. We do have the tech lab just finishing up here, probably going to go directly into Stim or Combat Shield. With what he's scouted, I would expect Stim, but we'll have to see. We do have the tech lab going down on the factory. No intention here from Next Slash to expand, it looks like. Just going straight into tanks. He's a little supply blocked for the moment, though. That has got to hurt. We do have the Banshee just about, the second Banshee just about ready to come out, and this first one ready to move in. Cloak not just yet done, going to wait just in time for that before moving in. The missile turret is available, gets one SCV, two. There are 3 total killed in the game with that one scouting. 3 SCVs taken down, but loses the Banshee because of that extra turret. There are quite a lot of turrets forced. There's 3 turrets down now. Okay, not too bad. And gets the Banshee. So, Soul looking really good right now. Getting away with that triple command center. There is this big follow-up push, though, off of one base. They're still not out of the woodwork yet. Stim may not actually be done in time. It'll be close. The scan goes down, not able to pick off that Banshee. Going to continue to pursue, but as I said before, it can kite. Oh, loses it. A miss micro again from Next Slash. Losing those for very little so far. He's only gotten 3 workers killed with it. May have gotten 1 Marine there. Look at the resources lost, 550 to 250. A handful of Marines out here in front and a siege tank on the way. Siege tech is done, a second tank coming. Not a large Marine force. So if he ends up moving in with 2 tanks, this could be quite a strong push here. Now, Soul looked like for a second that he was going to be moving out. Here, oh, here comes the Marine. Oh, he sees a lot of units there. Oh, moves up with the force. He does not want to do that. He's going to have to be very careful. Is he going to pull SCVs? Because he is going to need them right now. Oh, the siege tank gets into a good siege position. Gets caught on the ramp, losing a whole bunch of Marines, and that could be a problem. Losing basically all those Marines for free, moving up into his main. The production is just kicking into gear, but not available as of yet. This command center should be able to get away, maybe a few repairs, but it should be all right. The problem are these Marines getting into the base along with these siege tanks. An additional couple Banshees coming in. And looks like this delayed attack may actually catch Soul out at just an unfortunate timing here. And I'm not sure there's anything left he can do. He has 22 SCVs at his disposal, but he is up against 22 Marines. 17 of those in his base, and here comes the big attempted counter push out of his main. Not going to be enough. Nothing left here from Soul. 8 supply versus 71, and there's nothing left. Looks like this is going to tie up the series. And that sounds like it. A new spelling there coming out from Soul in terms of GG, and we'll have to move on to game 3 and see how this is going to continue.